Hello, Libra, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, May already, oh my goodness. Okay, guys, so this is going to be your May monthly reading. Just a general reading. Whatever comes out, past, present, and future. And this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, okay? So, let's see what's going on, but I hope you guys have been well. I hope you had an amazing April. I feel like this year is flying by. But let's get into this. What is going on for the sign of Libra? I'm happy that I'm able to actually read today because yesterday and the past few days I was like dying over here. I got all sick. I got my son sick. So I'm recovering. All right. What is going on for the sign of Libra? And I just want to thank you guys. I'm always looking at stats, seeing what people like, what they don't like in regards to my videos. And you guys have always been so supportive. The Libra gang is so strong with high vibrations. So you guys are so awesome. Thank you for your support, the likes, the comments, all of that. I really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, so let's get into this. Okay. Awesome. So the energy that we have here is the Eight of Wands. So that's a very good energy to have. The most important thing about this card is reciprocation. Okay, so this is going to be someone that you are actively engaged with, speaking to. This is you putting action into something, working hard for something, seeing the rewards or reaping the rewards of everything that you've been investing into whatever you're doing or whoever you're talking to. Now, we do have the Ace of Cups and the Empress behind that. So there's something here that's happening, or maybe someone that you're talking to. But this is after some sort of fallout or something that you left behind. Something where you felt like you couldn't grow, where you're not accepting any offers from a person or from, an establishment or, a job, whatever it is. Or maybe there's an offer that you were waiting on that didn't come in. But overall, there's something here that you looked at and you said, okay, I don't think that this is a good idea if I continue down this path. So let me be strong, let me do my thing, and let me not, be bothered or worry about whatever this is that I have to leave behind. So the first card we have for the past, Three of Swords. Okay, so you guys went through something that was heartbreaking, something that was tough on you, a disappointment. Why is this Three of Swords here? Five of Swords in the reverse. So something was upsetting. Something, may have really broken your heart. But you, with whatever was happening here, you just wanted to avoid conflict at all costs. So maybe it was breaking your heart, but I feel like you guys just wanted to be in a place that, no more heartbreak was going to come in because you were unhappy. All right? Nine of Cups in the reverse. So you were unhappy with whatever was happening, but you knew that there was a burden here that you had to release. The weight was just too heavy on your shoulders. Shit hit the fan. You guys had to move on from that. The next card for your past is the Six of Cups. So this is you looking back at the past, thinking about the past. For those of you with children, maybe it's something with your kids that you're worried about. And you have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? So for some of you, maybe you were dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But regardless of who you were dealing with, what the Queen of Pentacles is showing is somebody that has put so much time and investment into something. And at this point, they're being stubborn and hard-headed because they didn't get what they wanted out of the situation. Okay, it could also be that you were dealing with something where you weren't as strong as you may have been previously, in a financial sense. And I'm sorry for all the sniffing, guys. I'm still getting past this cold. And we have the Queen of Cups. So some of you definitely could have been dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But there's a situation here that made you very, very happy. But it's like you had to guard yourself towards something. in the situation. Maybe for your family's sake, you had to reserve your money or guard your money. Maybe money wasn't as good as you wanted it to be. But I really feel like there was something that you guys were passionate about, but also stuck on at the same time. Something that didn't allow you to move forward. Something that maybe made you feel stagnant, but it was like this invisible rope that was kind of tied around you where you could move forward, but you're just kind of stuck on whatever that is. The next card that you guys have for the past is the Three of Cups. So with the Three of Cups, this could be a social event that's happening. This could be something that you guys are celebrating. Let's see why this Three of Cups is here so we can get a clear story. The shadow side in the reverse. So whatever you're leaving behind, even if it was something that was disappointing or heartbreaking, whether someone broke your heart, you broke their heart, you got yourself out of something that was very toxic, and that in itself was worth celebrating. Now, if it wasn't, something toxic that you were getting yourself out of, maybe it was a third-party situation, which in itself can be toxic for sure. But let's get one more card here, see what's going on. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, you guys definitely let something go. You knew that it wasn't a good idea if you continued down that path. And this was worth celebrating. Whether you felt like celebrating or not, it was a good thing that you guys got yourself out of whatever this was. And it was something that was definitely going to give you more strength and resilience now that it wasn't in your life. In the present moment, the first card that you guys have is the Hierophant. And this deck is called the High Priest. But with the Hierophant, I love it when that card comes out. Because for me personally, it means that I am on the path that I'm supposed to be on. Even if the circumstances that got me to this point were uncomfortable. Okay, so with the Hierophant, this is kind of a card saying, the universe has your back. This could be a card about taking something to the next level. It could be a card about marriage, a card about coming into union with something that's going to be very important. Something that society would approve of. And we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So by letting go of something, that's what was supposed to happen. This is confirmation that you guys were supposed to let something go. All right, and you have the Two of Pentacles. So I really feel like you guys are in a place that you're trying to find balance. Maybe you're trying to weigh out, was this the best decision? Which way do I go now? But you're on the right path. You're letting go of something, and I just see you as being in a place of transition. But if there is any sense of pain, loss of money, any sort of rejection, you left someone out in the cold or they left you out in the cold, you're getting over it, and you have to decide that this was something that was not going to work. All right? The next card that you have for the present moment is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So there's just something here that you don't feel like you're going to get victory in. Okay? Let's see why this is popping up. Five of Pentacles in the reverse again. So you're getting over the fact that something didn't work out. And I feel like it worked out for the best. Okay, it being that way. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So something, shit might have hit the fan here. Things not going the way that you expected it to. But I do see you guys getting out of something that could have been, dark for you. And with the High Priestess in the reverse, we have the King of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I really just feel like whether you were the catalyst or somebody else that you were dealing with was the catalyst to this, there's something here that was just very, very trying on you. With the King of Swords in the reverse, I can see it as the cruelest person in the deck sometimes, only because it's someone who is very selfish, somebody who only thinks about themselves. It's someone who could be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. But on an upside, it could also be somebody who's gone through a lot. So now they kind of have that attitude of, you know what, fuck off. I'm not going to be involved with this anymore if it's not going to benefit me. So, the King of Swords can come up for those two reasons, but definitely a very harsh energy that you're dealing with now that I really feel like you guys are guarding yourself against. All right, we keep having a water energy come up. So you guys have the King of Cups. Again, could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So let's see what this King of Cups is here for. The Magician. So maybe you're in a place where you can manifest something with the Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe there's something that you have the power of manifesting that is really going to stabilize you emotionally. And you have the Death card in the reverse. Okay. If this is, because we have the Queen of Cups in the past. If this is the situation or the person that you guys had to escape or get away from, I don't see it as being the best thing for you moving forward, even though I see that, you might not be over it, or you might need a sense of closure, because this King of Swords in the reverse still keeps coming up. So it's like there's someone who's really trying to manifest something here, but someone is just thinking about it selfishly. And it's showing that you guys might want to be in a position, with the Tower card in the reverse, where you avoid catastrophes that could come. So you really have to ask yourself whether this was a job. Maybe there's a boss who's asking for you to come back. Maybe it's an ex who's asking you to come back. Were you doing better with this person in your life, or were they holding you back? Because that's always what I tell people when they say, should I leave this friend behind, or should I leave this job behind? And I ask them, I'm like, well, did you become a better person around this friend or this job? Or did you completely hate who you were? So that's something that you guys are going to have to put into consideration right now. Okay, moving forward, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is you guys avoiding problems at all costs. You're not wanting to bicker. You're not wanting to argue. You don't want to be involved in gossip. You have the Six of Swords, so you're moving away from the bullshit. Even if it's difficult for you, you're choosing to move away. All right, and you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, so you stop working on this. And this could be somebody that you were very close to, or maybe you stopped working on something because of someone that you're very close to. All right, but I do see you guys in a place where you're able to really stabilize yourself. With the Lovers card, it could be someone who's important in your life, someone that you're intimate with, but the Lovers card doesn't always have to be lovers. It's just somebody that you're very close to. It could be a parent, it could be a cousin, it could be love for yourself. Okay, so you just choosing to do what's going to be best for those that truly care about you, those who truly love you, or for yourself, if you truly love yourself and want to do what's best for yourself. All right, and you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse as your next card for the future. So this is telling you that the worst that could have happened in the situation has happened. You got over the hard part. You're able to breathe now. It's just a matter of healing and giving yourself time. All right, and we have the Empress card in the reverse. So with the Empress card in the reverse, you're getting over what could have been really, really bad. You're choosing not to move forward with the situation. You know that you can't grow there no more. All right, love don't live here no more. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, you're choosing not to move forward with someone, or maybe someone's choosing not to move forward with you. But yeah, you guys are cutting out anything that's not working for you, and maybe you're cutting out a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, by the end of all this, I see you guys just allowing things to fall out. Okay, not trying to force anything. The last card that we have is the World card in the reverse. So you know what you have to do, yet you're still, holding on to this chapter. Maybe you feel like you need closure. Maybe this person is still around and making it difficult. But despite the fact that you're not over it, with the Four of Swords in the reverse, you guys are very critical thinkers. Okay, so at this point, you've thought as much as you have to about this. You know which direction that you're going to go in, and you're choosing to move forward. All right, and that's going to bring you happiness. Okay, so it's okay. You could have been dealing with the situation. Maybe somebody was being, dishonest. Maybe somebody was cheating in the situation. Maybe somebody was just very unreliable, and it was just causing a lot of arguments. But there's going to be someone from the past, and this is going to happen in the future, someone from the past that tries to come back in. Cards are saying don't go for it, okay? Especially if it's this water energy, and it doesn't have to be a water sign, but this water energy, it's depicting, in the spread is depicting the same person, all right? So whoever it is you feel like you have to separate yourself from, or whatever it is that's not working, I just see it as being unstable right now. And just know, guys, with the World card in the reverse, as humans, we really feel like we need closure in situations. Okay, but sometimes we don't always get that luxury of having closure. So if you guys feel like you need closure, you have to ask yourself, is it going to be a good idea if I reach out, or if I open up to this person or to the situation to get closure? Because sometimes that's like reopening a scab. If you want it to heal, you got to leave it alone. Okay, just be able to forgive yourself, for getting yourself in something or for hurting other people, and that's where you could truly get closure. Now, let's see what the cards of advice are going to say. These are the Earth Magic Oracle cards that I use every month by Stephen D. Farmer. what is going on for Libra in regards to advice for May 2018. Let's see what pops out. All right, you guys got a few. Let's talk about it. So, for the energy, you guys have mountain strength. Okay. And I love this card so much because, the picture that it draws for you is the fact that, a lot of people, let's look at people who hike up mountains, all right, or people that like to climb mountains. They do it because they are proving something to themselves. They're proving how strong they are. And what this card says is we look at strength as a person who's climbing up that mountain. But what strength really is the mountain itself, because it stands there. It's sturdy. It's strong. It's big. And it's there. Okay? So there is so much strength that you guys have. But you don't really have to look outside for it. It's something that you really have to tap into yourself, to be able to see it, to be able to feel it, to be able to use it to your advantage. All right, so let's see what cards we have. Okay. All right, so where do I want to start? So let's start with ancestors because I feel like that's where it goes back to. Okay, so when this card comes up, and it says generations. It's funny because I'm reading a book called The Four Agreements. I really, really highly recommend it. And in the first chapter or the first section of the book, it talks about, commit to your word. And what it talks about in the book is that everything that we do, even down to religion, down to society, down to what our parents teach us, it's all in agreement. We all agree that, we want to live together because people, they do better when they live in societies where people are together, where they can help people, where everyone's, pitching in. People agree on the fact, they agree on a language. All right. So we speak English. So that was an agreement. We agreed to speak English to be able to talk to one another. But someone had to create that. And, it came to the time where people agreed upon a religion. People agreed on traditions. So it's just talking about all these agreements. So everything, when you think about it, where you are in life right now, it's all agreements that have been just kind of pushed down to you. It's something that you've never actually questioned, even if it's religion or how to love or what to eat, what not to eat. It's just something that was kind of instilled in you. So with this ancestor, with this generation card, you have to realize at this point what has been handed down for me and what do I want, because that's the most important part of the book is creating your own agreement. What do you want for yourself moving forward? Because, I feel like things kind of just get shoved down our throats. That's why, in regards to like religion and stuff like that, I don't knock anybody for anything that they believe in, but I choose to just be very spiritual, okay? Because everything was kind of just forced, and I want to think for myself. So you guys have to be in a place where you kind of have to break that chain. You have to think for yourself, and with you guys thinking for yourself, how would you do things differently? Without what your parents are going to think or without what society is going to think. How do you want to live life? How do you want to conduct yourself? If you were the first person on earth and you get to, create all these agreements, what are your agreements going to be? So let's start here. Okay, so we have to reevaluate the core of things. Why you do things the way you do it. Are you okay with that? Or is it something that you've always questioned? All right. The next card that I'm going to bring up is Iceberg Submerged. So here, you guys know, just like Titanic and everything, that the majority of the iceberg, 90% of it, is going to be underwater. So there's a lot that I feel like you guys may have been suppressing, a lot that may have been difficult for you, where now you have to face it. You have to have that entire iceberg come out, and you have to really deal with the big issue as a whole. This isn't just dealing with the situation, the person that may want to come back. I feel like there's deeper issues here. I was talking about this, I believe, in the Virgo video, that most of the time when we have uncomfortable situations in our life or people that make us uncomfortable, we, without even realizing it, we've attracted it to ourselves. Okay? That's why whenever, let's say I go to hang out, because this actually happened recently. I went to hang out, and I'm sitting there, and there's just a huge crowd of people that I'm with, but I felt so alone because I just felt like the people were so ridiculous. And instead of judging them and, talking shit about them in my head, I'm just like, okay, well, I need to reevaluate myself, because what am I doing to attract this? So if there's things that you haven't liked, is it because of things that you've learned in the past, things that you never questioned to change? Okay? Or is it something that is from deep within that you're letting out without even realizing it? So you're attracting people who aren't doing the best things for you, that aren't being as supportive as they should be or as genuine as they should be. Okay? Now, let's go here to summer solstice. Once you're able to put light on that and to be able to see, okay, this is what it is. This is what I've been going through. This is why I've been the way that I am. It's going to wake you up. Okay? So have that moment where you guys kind of look at yourselves in the mirror and say, okay, why? Why is this happening? Have I taken part in this? Have I attracted this? And once you guys are able to do all of this, to just kind of go back to the core, go back to the beginning of who you are and understand the person that you are, that's when you can create. That's when you can make your own agreements like I was talking about. That's when you can, put things into existence that are going to be better. You want a new life? You want someone that's not stressing you out as much? You want a boss who's not being an asshole? How do you get that? How do you create that atmosphere for yourself? How do you get what you've been dreaming for? Because we go to sleep sometimes, we have these great dreams, we wake up and it's like, crap, I wish I could fall back asleep. But how do you make your life and how do you change your life in a way that your life is better than what you were dreaming about? And that's what I feel like you guys have to do. So we have to go back to the core where you guys realize how amazing you are, how strong you are within yourself. You activate a part within yourself that may have been dormant for a while, okay? And make the breach, guys. If you feel like you've been underwater, take that leap out of it. Breathe. All right? So I feel like this is super powerful, Libra. So a lot to think about there for sure. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that want a personal reading, you can get one at highvibrationswithliz.com. I'll leave this in the description. For iPhone users, I have an app called InstantGo, so you can call or text me a question on that app. If I don't answer, I will let you know when I'm available, okay? But other than that, I will be back with another reading for you guys in a few days. Love you guys. Take care.